Just because that would have a meaning or a significance behind it, because it'll like signify like a moment or something that like happened or something I can look back at. Like I guess a story to it, not just like.
My dad, hello business.
Everybody has good goals for the year.
Bro, roll with the suegra? Bro. What's up and welcome back to another episode of The Theory, here with your boy Gabe, and I'm gonna be sitting here with none other than my co-host of the TYF podcast, Mr. Ehhdiego, aka Mr. Diego Reyes. See what's up to the people's way.
What's up, niggas?
That's what's up, that's how it goes. Thanks for coming with me, Way. Appreciate you
sure.
for sitting here with me. You see, a few people have already like sat down and chopped it up to see what the fuck is up. And it's just another one of those.
Yeah.
Cause you're getting started and seeing what the fuck you're up to. What's up, Way?
Ain't that real?
Shit, for the people that haven't fucking seen you all tatted up, they don't know what it's like. This shit.
Like having them?
You get shit done because you have them. Like you could do shit because you have them that I can't do. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but it's just like
I've been with you to the club where, and people like just walk up to the club, like you just walk up to the bar, you're like, hey, I'm gonna get 2 of these. Alright, cool, here you go. But
yeah,
my girl will go and then they're like, alright, give me your ID.
Yeah.
And you're younger than my girl.
Yeah.
You know? That one was lit though.
That one was like it was different because it was the first time that I had that happen. Like I never got, but then again I hadn't been in that situation for a while till that time that we went. But even the first time we went to Bricks, like they just assumed, I guess.
That's the thing, because I mean, I don't know if it like comes with the tattoos. People assuming like, oh, you gotta be like 18 or something to get them hoes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, okay, like if like I think it's the amount that I have that's more like what stands out to people.
I feel like if it was a pussy tattoo, like
Yeah.
something delicate, like fucking, I don't know, just something very like pussy.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, let me see your ID or something. Like I've seen dudes, like I've welded with dudes, and like take off their shirt and you see the tattoo, and I'm like, bro, you just got a tattoo just to get a tattoo.
Yeah,
you fucking
at that point.
Like, I don't know. I'm gonna call one of these niggas tattoos out. It's not pussy, but like,
it's like I feel like if you have just one small tattoo, like it doesn't really. I mean, yeah, it's for the aesthetic of what you're going for sometimes, but like if you really wanted to get tattoos like that, then you probably would. Like it wouldn't take you so long in between.
Like I feel like he pulled up to the shop with a friend, or he was kind of tipsy, and you were like, you know what, I want that one from the book.
Yeah, I had one of the guys that I managed like at Cane's and stuff. He was he showed up the other day, and he had a tattoo of like I forgot what the fuck it was. It was like I think some like cartoon creature or something. And he was like, yo, we were all just like stoned and stuff, and then we went and we just got this tattoo at my homeboy's house. His homeboy did it, and he said that like they were taking shots like in between, and like smoking like in between the sessions, and that it would start to swell up. I was like, bro, like that's stupid, but like it looks okay now, but like it's just like I don't think I'd do that. Like for me to get a tattoo, it's like I could want like right now I want to get one, but they have to like mean something, because I don't like I want to be able to like explain what they are, not just like, oh, I just got it.
But what about like, okay, I get what you mean, like you gotta like know what you want and shit, but what about those like certain times where you see, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's people that are tatted that will tattoo somebody else, but they're famous. Like I don't know if you've seen Post Malone, he was posted up smoking a cigarette and he tattooed somebody. I got a tattoo by Post 6ix9ine, he fucking tattooed somebody. There's a few more people that I've seen, I just can't do it on top of my head, but you get what I mean? If it was somebody along those lines, he was just there, you were chilling with them, like you're at that status, you're just chilling, you're like, what's up, let me tattoo you up. Just something to say, oh, fucking Future did this, it's a fucking smiley face on my kneecap. Would you do something like that? You're like, nah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I would, just because that would have a meaning or a significance behind it, because it'll like signify like a moment or something that like happened or something I can look back at. Like it's a story to it, not just like, oh, I looked on Google, I searched up tattoo ideas, I looked at one and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it just to get it. Like it's different. But yeah,
You know, fucking growing up, like wanting tattoos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd look up and be like, well, I want this type of tattoo. And I'm gonna try to like collage it, or I look up references.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking pushing it back. Either I didn't have the money at the time, or the fucking idea just grew old, or some other shit. I listened to podcasts and shit, and I came across one. And they're talking about tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking tattoo artists like, yo, what's the most like cliche ass fucking thing that you see? They're like fucking lions, dudes with lions with the crown.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, that was at the top of my fucking list. They're like with the fucking sleeve, and like they were like calling out my fucking tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have gone with that hoe. But either way, I always had like a backup and shit.
Yeah.
Like you already know what you want, or you're still thinking as you go for your tattoos.
I just, whenever I, like, right now, like, I want to get one, but there has to be something that, like, I think of, or something that'll be, like, significant. Like, I have to think of a good idea, or something has to come to me, or, like, I just have to have, like, a well thought out tattoo, or, like, something that means something. Because if it doesn't mean anything, then I really don't want to be getting it, or I'd rather wait and put till something meaningful happens, like, on, or something like that. But I feel like whenever I see something and I know I want it and it signifies something, then I'll get it. But until then, I'll wait.
Do you like leave the house often to go create like these memories to be like, oh well, I fucking went to Dallas, fucked around, had an accident on a bridge, but all this other shit happened, and so now I got the bridge on my shoulder blade because of that story. Like, do you go out and about enough to create these stories, or are you still like at the crib and they're still gonna come?
Little by little. I mean, I just try to live it like it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen, and like certain things that'll affect me are gonna affect me like when they're supposed to. So I kind of just do my part and just living the life that I feel is best for me.
Where would you like to go if you could? Like, it doesn't have to be within U.S., but if you want it to be, it can.
I want to go to Spain probably.
Yeah, Spain's a big ass place. You want
Because
to
I heard
down?
probably go to Madrid or Barcelona, or like I want to like where like soccer's like really big.
Okay.
And supposedly, because from what I've heard and what I've seen, like I'll like watch interviews from other soccer players that like played back in the day or like are current, and I just stay kind of updated like with players and videos that drop like content like that. So like every person that says, like when they ask them like the questions like where would you like to go, where's your favorite like place to go like stay, someone will be like, oh well, I have houses in Madrid, Spain, just because the people are so nice, like the government's like pretty straight over there, and it's just like they say it's a nice place to be. It's like a really, there's like beautiful places like all around. So
there's beautiful places all the fuck around way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take a look at the United States, and I think like it's a pretty big piece of land as it is, you know, and we haven't discovered all that.
Pretty boring though compared to other places.
Pretty boring compared to other places. Like we do got like mountains and views and scenery.
For now.
Don't get me wrong, but then you're on social media, and then out of nowhere you just see this stream with all these beautiful mountains and trees and wildlife, and you're like, yo, where the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
So you're in Sweden, or there's some fucking Germany or some other shit. Like, that's the type of shit I want to see. Like, there's this, I guess it's like a slide within the mountains going down, but it's all like of kinetic motion. There's no motors, and you're in that hole, and I guess all you have is a brake, and you're just going down the whole shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want to do like some shit like that, go out there, but I don't know. Like, people,
those are experiences that like not many people get to experience. So it's like,
you think they're scared to, or they just don't want to?
I feel like they don't think it's realistic. Like us, like I feel like all of us kind of have a good like, or on the same understanding that like anything is possible type shit, you know, and that like if we work hard we'll get there. Then when you have the people that are like, oh well, like that's unrealistic, like let me just stick to what works, all that shit. So I guess it just depends like the type of person you are, really.
And you think like the traditional way is bad, or you think
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's a safe route, but it's like when it gets bad, or the part I don't like is whenever other people try to put you down for it, you know? Or
the traditional way or going your own way?
Going your own way.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you can be traditional, like, I respect that, but you'd want them to respect you the same way for going that route. But I just don't like whenever they, like, treat each other different or, like, judge them for it.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand, too, like, listening to people who have, like, passed that, past the judgment already, now they're on the top side. Like, they were getting their finger pointed at them, like, the whole time. Like, look at this dude, he's trying to make a YouTube channel. Like, it's always, like, fun and games until you do the shit, until you break the surface tension. And then it's like, oh, shit, what's up? Let's hang out, come over to my birthday, all this extra shit, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, like, when Alvin was here, we basically ended up coming to a point where he was like, where I had said, you know, you really can't judge me right now. You know, after, like, you can see the views are low, you can see me doing my shits, but I mean, I'm not done yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that part, yeah.
And so, like, that's with anything. I'll sit down with somebody, they'll tell me, man, I wanna start a YouTube channel over this shit. Like, people that tell me, like, a genuine thing, I'm like, shit, why not do it? Fuck it. But if somebody's just like, I wanna do it, I'm like, alright, well, what do you wanna do?
And then they're like, oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to do it though. It's like, I don't know. I really don't know if you don't have like a plan really.
I mean, the plan is the most important part. Or at least one of them.
At least a little bit of it. You gotta at least figure, like the tattoo, you can't just go in without it or else you're gonna be stuck with some mancha, you know? Like, you gotta have at least a little thought into it. I don't know. I watch a lot of videos and they're basically just explaining like, what is your channel about? What are you about? Things that you do. And so, like, what would you say the TYF falls under? Like, what categories would you say, you know, we would describe a TYF podcast?
Like, as in, like, what we would pop up as whenever we're...
Like say if TYF falls under categories. Would it be under comedy? Would it be under travel? Would it be under fucking... Does that make sense?
I'd say comedy.
Comedy.
I'd say, just because we want people to laugh. We take, no matter how serious it gets, like, we still end up joking about shit, so. And we're not serious 100% of the time. 50% of the time we're bullshitting, or saying some bullshit, or acting dumb. So, I'd say comedy.
And has anything, like, ever motivated you in your time of, like, trying to do the shits? Like, keeping the podcast going, maybe one day you woke up, you're like, you know what? Nah, not today. It's
like, there was a point, and I mean, I know you probably remember, where it was like, I was like, man, like, I wasn't really focusing on, like, I basically came to the point where I was like, am I gonna be able to, like, do this, like, stay doing this, like, to my full potential, like, if maybe, like, basically, if we would have gotten to a point where I felt like I wasn't contributing enough, or maybe I was holding back at all, or just stuff like that, like, kind of made me feel like maybe I should kind of see how it would be, like, see, like, where my life would be if I didn't do it, and see if, like, I'd be okay with that, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I kind of felt like we were kind of, because it was at a time that we were kind of, like, not, like, falling off, but, like, we weren't going. Yeah, we were still, and I was like, man, like, I really don't want to be wasting their time and stuff, like, and it was just a lot of stuff that went into it. I just overthought the shit, and it was just, like, I kind of ended up getting myself out of it after, like, a couple, like, probably, like, 2-3 weeks, just because I kind of came to, like, I kind of reassessed shit, just kind of processed everything, and I was like, I don't lose anything with trying. Like, I don't lose anything. Like, what else would I be doing? Nothing. So, yeah, that's kind of how I got myself out of that.
And you think, like, fuck, I kind of got distracted. You think having, like, I'm not saying a backup, but say, like, you're a manager at your job, right? I'm not going to say where, but you're a manager at your job. Chris is a manager at his job. Ehhhdiego does his thing. I do my thing. you know, for the most part, with our roles, titles, experience, I'd say, push comes to shove, we have, you know, titles to fall back on. You know, Israel has his title in his company of like head lead, whatever the fuck. I have mine, you have yours, Chris has his. So when I think about stuff like this, it's like if this stuff were like make a little bit of movement and get off the ground, and I just put my all into this type of stuff, like I still have a solid plan B to fall back on. And that's what like most people like. I don't know if they don't see it, or they see it, they just don't get it. But it's like, I don't know, take a chance.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it is like that's so one of the reasons that I that's one of the reasons that I ended up getting, like, that I wanted to get this position. Because I ended up being like, okay, like, I didn't have really a solid plan B before. Just because I was working 2 jobs. And I wasn't, like, in more on one or in more. It was just like a split 50-50. So neither of them were really...
secure you.
Yeah. So it was more like, it wasn't as stable. Like, I could get called in, like, same day somewhere else when I'm over here working somewhere else. Then I gotta change plans. But it was cool because I could fuck my schedule around. Like, I could move it easy. Like, as easy as I wanted to most of the time. So, that's the only, and I didn't have, like, as much responsibility. So, like, but then again, not having that responsibility didn't make me save as much money now.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm better, like, now that I know I have to be more responsible, like, just being at work, I kind of feel like it's helped me, like, be more responsible with my money. Like, because I think of shit, like, better, I guess. Or I kind of, like, I see how much, I guess working with more money kind of got me thinking, like, damn, like, I just look at shit, like, way more different. Like, the way I see money now and everything, like, seeing, like, how much people are spending, like, when, where, how often people are, like, coming and stuff, and I'm just, like, I start thinking of myself, like, how much money I've been spending that isn't very, like, necessary. So now it's kind of, like, a little bit easier, and, like, working longer days. First of all, I don't have a fucking lunch like I did at Walmart every day, so I was spending at least $10 a day. So in, like, a week, that's $50. In a month, it's $200. Now I'm maybe spending $20 a week.
Plus the gas that it takes you to leave your job, go back, come back.
Exactly. But before, it was like I was driving from Walmart to, like, Cane's, and the Cane's home, and home, Walmart, home, like, it was everywhere. And then I was having to come here too. So it was like, it wasn't just like, and then my girl's house too. So it's like, I was always, like, somewhere really. But now it's like, my truck's parked more. Like, I don't really be driving it as much unless to come here or, like, go out. But
like, I've noticed, obviously, like, making more money over the years from 725 to what I'm at right now. And I think to myself, have I always had these needs? You know, and you look around at the things that you go to the store for, the things that you do every week.
Recently?
Yeah, and I'm like, some shit I can go without, you know, and then there'll be weeks where I'm like, you know what, these $200 I don't got. I just pretend like these two right here, this number is not there. And I'll get the urge to buy something or want something.
It be in there.
And it's there, but the few times where I forget, I probably don't have my wallet or I don't have access to it. But it will build up. And that next week I get on a check and I'm like, alright, cool, I can do that again. And I did it once more and I'm like, oh shit, this works. And then I saw a large amount and I'm like, I'm gonna go have fun with this. And then I stopped doing it because I'm like, I will make it again next week. But that's the bad part. That's what I think is, like, bad about my thought. It's like, I might have it right now, and if I spend it, fuck it, I'm gonna get it back next week. But I don't think that's a good way to think, man.
That's what fucked me over. I was getting really comfortable getting paid every week because I would get paid 1 week from one job, one from another. So it was like I was getting, like, a bigger check on, like, a Wednesday. Then that coming Tuesday, it was like probably like half of that, probably like 5 or 6. And it was like, I was good, like I was chilling, but I was working maybe like 55 hours or something like that. But I mean, I only did that like cause I wanted to like go and get like a job that paid like a good amount that was more like tiring on my like body and shit. But I ended up saving like a good amount of both my first income tax checks, and they were bigger because I was younger. And I got a good amount on those. I saved them, and I dead ass like I put it in an envelope away in my closet, like dead ass. I put it away, and over time I just forgot that shit was there way. And then I ended up putting it with the money I had already saved up, and I just looked at it and I was like damn, like if I just keep this here, and then just go chill and work and just, cause I saved a good amount of money working 2 jobs, but I spent a lot, like way more than I should have. Like, I could have saved probably twice as much, just cause I was like, oh, I could say, fuck it, spend half my check on Thursday, I'll get paid Tuesday. And I ended up spending more than I was getting paid on Tuesday, so it's like, it wasn't a good way to think. Just knowing that money was constantly gonna come was fucking me up. Now that I gotta wait 2 weeks, but it's like a larger amount, it's easier because I'll limit myself like, alright, I'm gonna spend $100 this week. Or I'll like put a certain percentage in gas or something like that. But yeah, it's just little stuff that I had to do to kind of save more money because it's hard, especially now because we feel like we have time and we really don't. As much as we think we do.
No, I know what you mean. Like, next thing you know, you're 20-something and you're like, fuck.
That's what I don't want to get to. Like, I don't want to be like 24 and then be like, damn, like,
what do
I got like a rack in savings. I'm not trying to fuck no. Like, I want to be my sayada, like over here.
Nah, I get what you mean. I think it took me a long ass time before I like buckled down and I was like, you know what? It's just not a game for real. Like, I've always had thoughts in my head, like, I'm gonna need a house, I'm gonna need a car, I'm gonna need to pay for it. Payments, you know, are fucking ass, interest rates, etc., loans, everything's a bitch, banks,
credit cards.
Everything's been in my head for the longest, but until like I think COVID kicked us out and put me in a job, and then that job I made more than my previous job, and then I wasn't making enough, so I had to do another job, and I noticed they're like, yo, with this job I have like $100 left over, and that was a lot at the time, and I was like, dude, I have fucking money left over, I'm gonna spend this shit. And even saving it then was difficult because like as soon as I got my first job for $725, I got a car, and all my fucking money, it would be like $300-$400 every 2 weeks. And that would go towards the fucking car, the insurance, and gas. I would be pissed away because I wouldn't have shit fucking left over. But looking back on it, I had a fucking car, and other people didn't. You know, the homie Israel, his truck right now is his first whip. You know? And I think to myself, that's good. Like, good things come to those who wait. But I was on a different thing. Like, I was trying to get it now. But I mean, I think to myself, if I would have waited, could I got something better? I mean,
that's what I've been thinking all the time. When
I'm not tripping.
It's like, I mean, I got like a couple months left on my truck, then I had to stop paying it. You know? So it's like, I can go get some of those. You
can, but that's the thing. I had overheard this from somebody else, and it was basically a Hispanic dude telling another Hispanic dude coming to the United States, hey yo, I know you're finna go over there, you get to make some money. Don't get hung up in the cars. And like, what do you mean? He was like, cause you're gonna fall in love with them. See, you're shiny over here, shiny over there, you get yourself one, until you trade it in, you get a new one. You trade it in, you get a new one, you're still paying. You see a new one, you trade it in, you get a new one, you're still paying. Those things that they depreciate in value. You know what I mean? And so
constantly just losing money.
I've always thought of that as like, okay, I finished my truck, I ain't gonna get another fucking whip. You know? But then I thought, dude, that's gonna like lose value. Like a piece of land is gonna either be the same or more. I can either go get a loan for a fucking Escalade, or with that same 100 racks, put it into a land and it'll be worth the
I just buy it on the daily way.
I thought of that, but it should be something cheap way. It'll be something
like
cheap.
an 8 rack little.
So I pay it off whole.
Yeah, like just cash. Yeah, I wouldn't go get into like a finance. Hell no.
I wouldn't want to.
I'll do that shit after I got my crib. Cause then look, you got 2 fucking whips. One fucks up, you got the other one. Get the other one fixed. The other one fucked up. You go back to the other one. It could be a little hobby too, but it's yours. No finance. You don't know nobody's shit. It's you. Like you got the slip. Says your name. Everything. That's you. Like.
But like, and what I pay in payments a year for my truck, not insurance, just the truck payment. Say I'm done with that, and I save that truck payment all year. I'd have enough for a down payment for a crib. You know, then again, I'd also have enough for a daily. You know what I mean? So I guess depending on what position I am is where I'd make that decision with. Because if I'm still like where you see me at right now, I don't know if I can fit 2 hips back here comfortably. You know, I already want like that little bit of freedom that most people already have. They moved out since they were like 18, 19. Niggas are out on their own paying rent.
But then they just got the one whip, and then that whip fucks up, and
they got the one whip, but they also got rent, and then they also try to save for a crib, and you still got like.
That's just one thing that I've personally seen, just cause like we did, like I grew up a lot with just one whip, like one like dad that worked the whole day with the whip. Fuck, I gotta do like call like, you know, like so that's something that I never want to have to worry about. Type shit. I don't ever want to have to be worrying about, hey, come pick me up, take me to work. Especially being a manager now. Like, I'm not about to be doing that. Like, it's not. It would just make my life difficult if it did happen. Like, right now, thank God, like, I don't mind if my girl would take me, like, 2-3 days and our schedules are mismatched so she could take me. While I, like, that's why, like, I saved until I had a certain amount to know, like, if something fucks up or I know something, like, I could, like, fix it right then and there. Like I could be able to go ahead and go pay for it all. So now I'm comfortable with that right now. So I'm good right now, but that's just something that I wouldn't want to have to deal with later on.
I feel like in tough times, say I'm presented with a tough time on fucking Wednesday, and I think I stress sometimes when I'm presented with a difficult task way. And I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do right away. But sometimes, like, I'll either sleep on it or I'll just think about it all fucking day. I let a day pass by. If it doesn't come right away, it will come though. But sometimes, like, I figure out how to move shit around. Or I could take a loss over here if that means not taking a loss over here. Or just doing some shit. And slowly by figuring that out, like, I also think of this shit. It's like, people would devote all their fucking time to fucking edit, to make all the fucking clips, to do all the fucking shit. But they gotta fund it. But like, I use my job to fund all this shit. But if I want to be in it, I gotta quit my job. But there's no money in to put into this. So it's this whole shit that like I just get confused in. And
it's just like everybody has their own like formula on how they like handle their own shit. So it's like damn, like only you know yours. You can explain it to me, but only I know mine type shit. So it's like, everybody has their own shit that they get frustrated about, or they have to move around, or they know how to do what with their life and to get from point A to point B, but...
It's frustrating because, like, I consider, like, the quitting my job part...
It's a stressful situation to think about.
Just because of my job environment. I get paid, like, good, right? But the labor sometimes is very, intense. I'll go to sleep at fucking 6 o'clock, wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You know, and I get very fucking tired. That cuts into my editing time. That cuts into the fucking time I get to spend with everybody that's up. You know, I only see them for about 3 hours.
I just feel like, as long as you don't, like, it's just gonna depend how long it takes, is where we're gonna be at. Just cause, like, if I think about it, I'm like, damn, it's 3 years, shit didn't kick off. It's gonna be like, what did we do wrong? Type shit, you know?
But then again, it doesn't always take. It takes people 7 years.
Yeah, but then again,
they just switch it up.
But it's like, if it was then, and we couldn't get it by then, I'd probably like lay back on it, type shit. And then maybe like devote a little bit more time to my job, type shit. And then within 4 or 5 years, I can be like, if I play my cards right, and I like keep going on the track I'm going, in like 5 years, I can be like a restaurant like partner, and make bread off of that. And they give me bread, they reimburse me bread. So then I'm like, oh shit, I got all this bread. Let me invest it into my fucking dream, and it'd be this, and I'd still be getting money. So it's like,
and that's the thing, like, well, that's not a bad thing, but like, I was getting too into like my job. Like I was not taking it too serious. Obviously, you gotta take your job serious, huh?
When you were in school?
No, like right now.
Oh, okay.
Like my plan was, like I said earlier, like okay, at first I needed a job. No lie, I needed a job.
Mm-hmm.
My job was already fucking up, right? I needed the job. I got the job. I put in my work, came around full circle. At some point, I realized, you know what? This is enough income to fucking fund some things, get some things going.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing shit at work, like, oh, you're good, like, you can do this, that, you know, you get a raise, all this extra shit. People just chirping my ear away.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly but surely, it got to me, it got in my head. And now I'll be working, I'll be busting ass, and other people look at me like, you don't gotta do all that. I'm like, you're just lazy. And I just fucking work hard. It came to a point where I started talking with these people, and they're like, you know what? We can't give you what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I busted ass. Like, you didn't even ask me to bust ass. I busted ass. And I was getting hurt because of, you know, the situation I was put in.
Mm-hmm.
I went home, I thought about it. I left work early that day, so go home, sit on that. I thought to myself, like, you know what? This ain't even what you want to do for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you here to fund this shit. This is what you want to do. I went home. I thought about that. After I thought about that, turned around, I started editing shit. Threw it together, sent it out. After that, like, 2-3 dudes hit me up, like, yo, record a video for me. And then I took that as, like, yo, like, there could be something here. Like, just try.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like God doesn't give those realizations to everybody.
I felt like that was a sign where, even if it was, like, the slightest, like, even if they don't go through, it was still, like, something like, hey, like, there's something here if you keep at it. And that, like, changed my whole fucking perspective on it. Now at work, I mean, you might see me like, look this fuck off, nigga, like, he's just here showing up for a check. You could think that, but I'm trying to preserve my energy so I could stay up after work, fucking eat, shower, work through the fucking sleepiness a little bit so I could be able to take care of my shits. And I sat there and told my supervisor, you know what? I got to invest it here. I literally told him that. I was like, you know what? I got to invest it here. But I don't focus on my own things, and if it doesn't look like I'm, you know, giving a shit here, it's not that I don't give a shit, but, you know, I'm moving on, and I'm getting myself in order. He's like, you leaving us? I'm like, nah, I'm gonna still be here, but it's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like doing what I've been doing. You know, just quiet. Cause I mean, I told the dude like several times to, like, I wasn't talking shit. I wasn't like, you know, being a dick. But I try to get my words out, put my point across, and just make shit like.
And I mean, good managers are gonna appreciate it though, no?
Shit, I mean, straight up. I told him basically like, yo, when these other two lazy ass people were here, I'm not gonna lie, I took all my days off, just so I wouldn't work with them. I'm like, I'm being straight up with you. But I'm here now, they're not here, it's not the environment anymore. So I'm here to put in the work. Cool. And I'll be like straight up with this dude so many times. And I got upset because dude gave me the runaround. And that's where I was like, yeah, you know what, it's not for me. But like I started looking into other jobs and shit. And I thought to myself, if you really needed fucking money, you're gonna find the money somewhere. Like, I did my calculation. I was ready to fucking quit my job. 100%. And I thought, well, how much do I fucking spend on bills? I could rack something. And I thought, well, that's not fucking hard. I could just cut back on fucking eating out, fucking hanging out, doing other shit. But all my time would be here. Nigga, I thought about fucking getting a part-time job, donating blood and plasma a month. You know, just to get my little bit, just so I could have time to come and do this shit. But I'm like, you know what? It's not there yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Well, I'm gonna get my ducks in order for like when it's time to jump way. I'm gonna jump. You know, and I'm getting ready for that.
I feel like once you jump, we're all gonna jump right behind your ass too. So.
I mean, I feel like that's a strong move though. Like leaving your job to dedicate your time.
But if I see that it's
if there's something being laid out there, like you'll see it and you'll know like when a good time is. But if one dude's going off a hunch,
bro, if I got paid $300 less, I'd quit in a heartbeat, nigga.
Like I thought about it, like I make like.
Cause you're only gonna grow from where you're at.
Yeah.
Once you get paid from it.
Like I make this amount here. If I put 2 weeks in a good way, I could come back in 6 months.
Like, do you know that back when Vine was popular, there was this guy named Brent. He was a creator. He was like Brent Rivera or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah. He still has like a bunch of followers, a
I know
bunch
what
of
you're
everything on
talking about. I know what you're talking
Instagram.
about.
I saw that the other day and I was like, where'd that longevity come from? Because I ain't seen none of you. Like, I haven't seen you since 2000 fucking, like, what, 14?
There's other people in the world, man.
I'm like, how the fuck? Like,
there's
I
people
don't
that
get it.
maintain. There's some people that you don't even see no more. That nigga Wolfie Raps.
They get to a point, get the bread,
there.
and then they invested in something right there that they know for sure, and they don't have to be.
That's what smart people do. Where you gotta be smart to take advantage, seize the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Logan Paul did his own fucking drink. You know what I mean? Mr. Beast did a fucking fast food chain, fucking candies, fucking other shit.
These nuts.
They're fucking, yes, exactly. They fucking take advantage of the moment. So I feel like once
And they all have
something's there,
all they need. The shit doesn't even have to be good way.
sometimes shit doesn't even have to be good. You just gotta have a good name to it, tied to it. Like sitting with you and talking about other plans that we have, like for the TYF podcast and shit. Like I look forward to them, and then you brought something to my attention, like yo, like we got this guest, and it could bring these eyes, and I was sitting looking at it, and that same day processing everything, I saw the dude. I'm like, alright, well yeah, you showed me some numbers, we had to talk about it with everybody, but I think like 2 weeks have passed by since then, and you see like this individual's like starting to say, like I see him in some more titles than I did before.
He now has more eyes on him.
He now has more eyes, and so I'm like, yo, like
What's that?
these hunches, like we're on a good pathway. Like we're making good hunches in other places. There's.
I told y'all split. You split.
I'm down.
Next week we can split it.
I'm down. We can figure it out.
And then these fucks have to.
We have to figure something out. We have to figure something out. Where yeah, that's true.
They can split the ticket. We split the. They're spending this either way.
I don't know how to take a chance on an app, because the few times that I have, like coming up, Instagram, you took a chance on it. Kick, you took a chance on it. Snapchat, you took a chance on it. These are like pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Kick no longer, but you know, these are like pillars of our social media right now. Twitter was new at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to determine what's gonna like stick around.
That's what sucks. You just gotta try all of them, I guess.
That's what the thing is. You gotta try all of them.
You gonna pop on one at least?
The one I showed you, that's like the closest format I've seen to TikTok.
So
I'm
far.
like, if TikTok falls, this might have a chance.
I'm just like, how the hell are this many people using it and I have not? Like to the point where we can get such fast, or maybe it is that small.
It's still small. I know it's still small.
Did it say how many downloads?
Huh?
Did it say how many downloads? Like how many downloads they have like across?
I didn't pay attention to that. I saw like on a post and I was like, fuck it, jump on it. Before like it slips. Like you said, jump on everything. And that's what I'm gonna try to do now. Like, yo, this app's coming out, fucking jump on there. Like Rumble, I posted something on Rumble as soon as I heard about this. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I posted something on Rumble as soon as it came out, because you know everything with Steve will do it. Everything with TikTok I was being banned, exactly, with Andrew Tate. Fucking, I'm gonna switch focuses over here now, because like something's gonna take off with it, and like that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, and when we're hit with it, we're not gonna know what the fuck to do.
Bro, Tate's gonna be in there. I think he's gonna die in there.
Fuck, I seen a post, and it said Tate's to remain, I don't know if it said to remain under their custody or what the fuck.
The U.S. is getting involved now.
Huh?
The U.S. is getting involved now.
Why?
But Steiny and, what's his name? Bradley Martin?
They're talking about it.
Podcast, they're talking about it.
I didn't hear that though, what they say.
And then I was like, they made some solid points, like they're probably gonna have to, bro, if he gets out, like, he's gonna be even more like, they're saying he's gonna be more powerful and shit. And he is, like shit, he just went through it, broke it, like, he did what he said he was gonna do, like.
But like the shit that they're doing with, like,
it's not right.
They'll move the tapes around, and they're like, take this note. Read that, like, nigga, like, it's something like down for real. They're passing notes to fucking paparazzi, like, I don't know, shit they say, and I'm like, damn, maybe somebody's plotting against them for real.
But it's like, how the fuck, do you even, it's just the whole Tate thing is weird. Like it's just not realistic at all. It's like you have this random dude. Like, is he really what he is? Is he like, what's all real? What's all fake? Like, if he was fake, like, it's like people are so quick to be like, he's a persona. He's all this shit. But then you see him like, he's showing you that he's living the life he's talking about. And then it's hard to like complain because for a long time I don't remember seeing Andrew Tate like houses or fucking watches or like I didn't ever see a lot of that shit. Like early Tate I didn't see. Mm-mm. But I doubt he made all that money up.
No.
He's just like there's so many ways it could go away and none of them make sense.
It's cause like the way he got popping was I think he had like an academy type shit, an online thing, something along those lines, and the people that would sign up for it, they would use his content. And he's like, look, guaranteed, all 100 of y'all use my content, it's gonna blow up. Your channels will blow up and you'll get paid for your channels. It doesn't even have to be you. That's what I think. And that's how you started seeing fucking Andrew Tate.
So he always had that thing that he would do, like on social media?
He's always had it. Okay. He's always had it for a minute.
Okay. I thought he started that shit after. I'm guessing I just saw it way more since he was already popping. So he should started
I think so. He started like advertising more.
So he's always had that mentality then and tried to teach that mentality then, no?
I think so.
When
he came out the gate with it, you're not just gonna... I mean, he's had his...
He joked less recently. Like, more recent tape, joked less. Before, he was, like, saying, like... I'll beat the bitch and shit like that.
There's something that happened to cause that way. I forgot what it was. Did they take away his Twitter or something? Or his Instagram? Something like that.
Yeah.
They took away something, and he came back, and he wasn't as talk. And I noticed that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people noticed that, too.
I feel like once he got out, or once he got like, whenever they banned him the first time, I feel like that kind of like, he started talking more about, he was still talking the same amount about like the government and all that crazy shit, but he wasn't speaking as much shit before. Like, think about the last shit that he was doing.
That's why.
Like with Piers Morgan, shit like that. He wasn't saying outlandish shit like he usually would. He was more like respectful if you saw, so it's like
talking about that
when they were playing chess. Mm-hmm.
They're playing chess. I didn't see that one. I've seen where
Tate beat the fuck out of him, and he was like just saying Tate shit like
chess, like physical chess, or
like they were playing together.
I didn't know that way. I didn't see that one.
We could watch it later.
I seen when Andrew was I think on a news show with somebody else, and the dude kept contradicting himself. Mm-hmm. It was that.
That one too.
And I'm like, yo, like I don't stand with or without Andrew Tate. I just take everybody's opinions and
But I just feel like he was just saying a lot of stuff that a lot of us think but don't say because we know that everybody's too sensitive to hear it.
The way he was responding to that dude, I was like, damn, you got him. Damn, you got him with that one too. Damn,
every time,
he was fucking quiet.
Every time, just like Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro and him, like if they went at it, I don't know who the hell would win.
Nigga, they think they just fucking go. I think
they would just end up laughing.
I think they'd have a conversation.
I think they wouldn't civil.
Be. Yeah, they'd be civil as fuck. Way, super fucking. That. I want to see that. Cause you see Ben Shapiro talk to like.
Ben Shapiro could probably get him out of the fucking shit he's in.
He's fucked up some people. Like, I've seen some clips and he's like.
He literally leaves them like.
Bro.
Dumb.
People have fucking talk shit to him like, what do you think about da 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 da? And he's like. He just fucking hits him with the one-liner. Everyone's, whoa, or just shut the fuck up, quiet, bro. And I'm like, these people have fucking control.
Like
over
the one where
words.
he was asking that girl, like, why aren't you 60? Like, and she was like,
I think I seen that one.
And he was like, why aren't you 60? He's like, cause you can't. And then he's like, yeah, age was significantly more important, So it's like. You can't do that shit, like, Like, he was basically saying gender is more important than age, and you're saying you can't say you're a different age, but you can say you're a different, like, gender, basically what he was saying.
I was gonna open this one up with a joke. I'll be like, what's up everybody, welcome back. Diego, talk to us about all the 356 genders that you discovered. But I had forgot about that, to be honest, but I had seen one of those, and it was a girl shit like, there are 300 or something genders, and then it cuts to somebody like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? And
I just think it's so annoying how certain things can't be talked about, but it is what it is.
Yeah, things end up just being it is what it is.
I just tried like recently because, I mean, out of all of us, I feel like I'm one of the ones that says the most outlandish or out of pocket shit.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally is what I think in certain moments, because I've like, I mean, I know like the shit I've been saying is out of pocket, and I'm like, I've been seeing y'all's reaction. And I'm like, damn, maybe it was too much. But
Wait, sometimes
I try this now.
I don't think your shit's out of pocket. Like if you like how earlier I wanted to point out like what makes the TYF, and you said comedy is one of the pillars. Try to make people laugh, whether that be fucking straight up, a straight joke, a dark joke, an inside joke, just to get the laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching comedian podcasts like Joe Rogan, Theo Von, fucking George Lopez, all these people, and they joke around with each other. I make a dark joke and you fucking laugh, somebody out there's gonna get it, you know. But if one of the four is like, whoa, don't talk about that, you know what I mean? It's like that just killed the fucking energy of the joke.
It's like I don't know if you watched it. It was Ryan Garcia on Impulsive.
I seen it.
He said, I can't trip over how someone perceives something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, as long as I know where I came from, what I was saying, and my truth, no, it doesn't matter, because there's always gonna be something. And
sometimes
I mean,
you don't got intention behind it.
I mean, I agree with him, but it's just like you can't please everybody, never, ever.
No, and I take a lot of that into consideration whenever I sit here and talk in front of the camera. Whenever I want to make a joke, whenever I say some weird shit.
It's because if we blow up off of not being true to ourselves, then there's no point.
There's no point, and it's like seeing comedians and other people like just start to openly like get back, because people closed off a little bit because of cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
Now people are starting to not give a fuck again, and they'll say, "Oh, retarded," you know. People don't like the word.
I noticed shit's getting like more like whenever I saw Chris Rock's most recent one where he was going off on
Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Marlon Wayans? His comedy?
No.
That dude went halfway.
He don't give a fuck.
I saw 10 straight minutes of this dude going off.
And it's like, damn, he's not gonna stop. Like, it's just like, damn.
He was talking about Jada, and he was like, she was the most beautiful little boy I've ever seen. Everyone fucking died. And I was like, that was hard. I also saw a fucking interview of Marlon Wayans.
That's that little Bill.
With Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, Big Boy told him, yo, you talked about Chris Rock and Will Smith before Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw I think it was a tweet, and it was somebody who was like, yo, I think Marlon Wayans' jokes hit better than Chris Rock's jokes. Towards Jada and Will.
Yeah.
I need to watch the full thing, because with the
few snippets
I saw.
Have you watched Kevin Hart's most recent one?
What most recent one?
It dropped on Netflix a couple weeks ago.
I ain't seen that shit. The last one I saw,
Fire.
he had a chain and he was in the middle of a stadium.
It wasn't that one.
Nah, it wasn't that one. And then before that...
Or it must have been one I must have replayed or hadn't seen, but...
I watch a lot of stand-up comedy one. I've been getting into that recently.
Most of them. It's just different.
It is different. I've watched like...
But you can always watch it. It's just always gonna be there. It's just like... It's like whenever you find like a song that you used to play a long time ago.
Oh, it's still hard. It's just... It got lost in the sauce. Oh, wait. You know what? I think you and I, we can go for fucking days.
Probably.
And keep going and find stuff to talk about.
We're about to go for 2 more hours after this.
I'm about to go for another round after this. And there's lots of topics I had on top of my mind just to pick your brain a little bit. But I say we had a pretty good conversation as it is. You know, and I want to thank you again for coming out here and, you know, showing your face and showing everybody what was up. You fuck with everything. And yeah, I just want to thank you again. Thanks again. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget to check out my cousin Diego's socials. Check him out on TYF Podcast every week, Monday or Sunday, along with your boy Chris and Israel, your boy Gabe as well. And I think that's all for today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Your boy Diego, we out.